It's approaching 7 minutes to 9 o'clock on BBC Radio Bristol. Now, as far as carve-ups go, there's been a big one on the Bristol harbour side of late. Furniture maker Jim Sharples from Ashton was commissioned to make 2 massive benches from the recently replaced harbour lock gates. Now, the eye-catching seats are now on display, and our reporter Andy Hard is making himself comfortable on one as we speak. Indeed, you could say he's sitting on the gate of the dock.
Have you been waiting to say that one?
Well, you know I wrote that one about 6 o'clock this morning, Andy.
You were so pleased with it, Steve.
I had to get it in at least twice.
What a view I've got this morning. Bristol harbour side, bathed in sunshine, blue skies overhead, few vapour trails, and the sun is beaming all the way around the Royal York Crescent. It's just glimmering off some of the windows up there on the top, and you can just about see half of the suspension bridge from down here. And it is a beautiful, beautiful view. Frost on the ground though, and indeed frost on the bench, Steve. I don't know whether I should sit down on it or not.
You might stick to it.
Am I risking something if I sit down? Jim, Sharples, you made this thing. Can I sit on that with frost on it?
I would as well, yeah, I would.
Shall we take a seat? Go on then, let's take a seat. It's, what are we talking, 12 foot long, Jim?
It's a 12-foot long bench, yeah.
And tell me about this, the history of this wood, because this is quite integral to Bristol, isn't it?
Well, yeah, from the North Junction lock that's just over there to our right, the lock gates were taken out last year and the year before, and so it's pitch pine from 140-year-old lock gates.
So tell me what kind of condition pine is in after being in the water for 40 years.
Well, surprisingly, it was in really good condition. We obviously had to sand and grind and chainsaw a lot of the old stuff off, but it revealed, underneath all of that, perfectly good timber that's created these benches.
And I know it also revealed some really handy craftsmanship from years gone by.
Oh yeah, incredible really. You know, just a whole lump should have been put here, a whole gate should have been put here, because the craftsmanship was absolutely incredible. For instance, every single nut that we wanted to take off on the gates we could undo by hand, yes, with a really big spanner, but we could undo every single one, and that revealed a pristine condition thread inside. We were really blown away, yeah.
Without meaning to get too personal, Jim, how big is your spanner?
Oh, it's massive. Yeah.
It's 24 inches, I've heard, to get those nuts off.
It is.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, they're big nuts as well, obviously, though. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of avenue we're going down here, but we'll stop there. I mean, for you personally, though, Jim, this must have been a real highlight of your career.
Yeah, a real, fantastic commission that BAM Nuttal, commissioned me to do this, to work with such old, pieces of heritage of Bristol as well. These are, to be able to work with that has been incredible for me, and the people of Bristol that I've spoke to that have seen them have been blown away by them as well. Yeah, really impressed. Great.
And in terms of handling and managing to get these bits of wood in place and as you want them, it must have been quite a job.
It has been a bit of a job, but thanks to Nigel Howe, he's got a forklift, so we're able to lift them onto things. And then I know a guy with a very big tractor and a trailer, and he brought them down here, and they were telehandled off by BAM Nuttal, so all worked perfectly well.
It's quite strange actually when you're down here. We're just next to the Lockside Cafe, if people know where that is, kind of in front of the Create Centre, and the benches sit opposite each other, so one on the Clifton side of the river and one on the Ashton side. It's amazing really how a bench hasn't been placed here before, because it's just such a lovely position.
Yeah, on a morning like this it's absolutely stunning, just watching the world go by, and as you say, the light reflecting off the Royal York Crescent. It's a really pleasant place to be, yeah.
Well done, you must be incredibly proud of it.
Very much so, and for the help of Daniel Lincoln, who helped me create the pieces as well.
Steve, I've sat down and I've got up and I haven't stuck, although I am slightly colder than when I started.
Yeah, I think we're verging into carry on up the harbour there at one stage.
I honestly didn't mean that to happen.
No, great stuff. I must come down actually. It sounds very, very nice if cold's down there.
Yeah, it's frosty this morning though. It's rather cold, but what a beautiful view. That did enter carry on territory, didn't it? I really didn't mean it to.
We got out of it though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I suppose you can't really ask a bloke how big his spanner is without referring to nuts.